Welcome to Your Quest on Happier TV, where you can have your questions about life, health, and happiness answered. Here's a question from Paula, writing to us from Mexico City. My 11-year-old daughter is overweight, and I'm trying very hard to help her. I prepare healthy foods for her, and we recently went to see a nutritionist, but nothing came of it. I don't know what to do. On the one hand, I don't want to keep on criticizing her about her eating habits and lead her to develop some disorder. On the other hand, if I say nothing, she eats way too much. Hi Paula. In the modern world, where food, and especially unhealthy and tasty food, is readily accessible, limiting consumption for any person is a challenge. This is even more so for those who have an inclination, whether acquired or natural, towards overeating. There are several things that you can do, which I'll get to in a moment. But before I do, allow me to say that in many cases where there is a real issue with food, the cause is psychological rather than physiological. In other words, the advice of a nutritionist is not enough. It's necessary, but it's not enough. A psychologist who specializes in food-related issues may be able to help more. Here are some ideas that may be useful, short of seeing a professional, of course. It's important to emphasize the overall lifestyle aspect rather than merely focus on the food issue. Most diets fail because they're not part of taking a broader perspective of what it means to lead a healthy life. Physical exercise is key, of course, and so is getting enough sleep. A sedentary lifestyle and inadequate sleep are two of the leading causes of overweight. When advocating for a lifestyle change, stay away from the extremes. Your daughter does not need to count every calorie that goes into her body, go radical vegan, eliminate any and all junk food from her diet, and start running 6 miles a day. Gradual change is more likely to yield long-term benefits than radical change. Also, stay away from the extreme when it comes to the goals you or she sets. Unfortunately, the objective that many girls have when it comes to the way they look is this month's cover girl, a photoshopped stick figure. It's so out there, so extreme, sometimes literally inhuman, that it leads girls to take extreme measures in an attempt to look like their role model, or to give up altogether, as it's impossible to reach that illusionary ideal anyway, so why bother trying? Needless to say, both responses are harmful. One of the places to look for healthy role models is in sports. If you get your daughter to join a gym or a sports team, she could not only get the exercise, but also encounter healthy role models. There are millions of women who lead a healthy lifestyle, exercising, eating well, and looking like a real person, and they can inspire your daughter to bring about positive change in her life. Most importantly is for you to lead by example. Children mostly do what we do rather than what we say. For instance, we can yell at them that they shouldn't lie, but if they observe us being dishonest, they're likely to follow our lead and do the same. Similarly, we can lecture them about the importance of eating healthy food and leading a healthy lifestyle, but if we model something different, they'll follow our action rather than our words. Keep in mind that any change, and certainly a lifestyle change, takes time. How long did it take you to instill in your children the habit of brushing teeth? Not overnight, for sure. Similarly, it takes time to develop a taste for certain foods or diminish the craving for other foods, form the habit of going to bed at a particular time, or go for a walk every other day. Just as Thomas Edison attributed genius to only 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration, great parenting, too, is mostly about perspiration. Consistency, repetition. Consistency and repetition. Thank you, Paula, and thank you for watching Your Quest. If you have questions about any topic relating to health or happiness, please send it to us. Adios.